How's it going, guys? It's Josh here from VIPAirsoft. Today, I'm going to be going over our annual raffle that we have every year, or past 2 years now. This will be our third year doing it. But before I get into that, it's going to be going to FFA, and we're going to go ahead and see where it's going to, where all your money is going to be going to for this. So we'll head over, and Nate's going to have a video for us.
My name is Neil Schneider, and I'm the Director of Development for the Arizona Agricultural Education FFA Foundation. And it's basically my job to help raise money for the programs that we put together for FFA members from across Arizona. We typically receive our support from a number of sponsors that we've had for numerous years. Typically they're agriculturally related companies, but not always. In this case, we have a sponsor in VIPAirsoft that is doing this raffle for us, which we do appreciate. But we receive private money completely and 100%. We don't get any funding for FFA activities and programs from the state or the government in any way, so it's all privately funded. So the one thing that you notice when you walk into VIPAirsoft is the extreme patriotism, and that's something we can relate to with our organization. There are approximately 80 FFA chapters across the state of Arizona and representing 10,000 FFA members. The FFA's mission is premier leadership, personal growth, and career success, and so we're constantly striving students to succeed. And as you'll see when you talk to the officers, you'll see that they're young, excited, and motivated students. They're excited about their education, they're excited about their futures, and they're also patriotic. One thing that we emphasize is patriotism, and you'll see when you see the state officers how sharp they look and just how much pride they have in themselves.
I am currently serving as a state officer, but I have been involved since my freshman year of high school.
I am one of the state vice president at large. I joined FFA when I was a freshman in high school because my mom made me join an ag class because she wanted to learn about chickens. And I then fell in love with the organization, and to this day we still don't have chickens in our backyard.
The FFA has been a part of my family for a long time, so it just seemed like something that I should do. And once I got into it, I really felt like it was a place that I belonged, and it was just a place that I could call home when school, who really likes high school that much? But FFA definitely made high school worthwhile, and it made it so fun, and I had a place that I really belonged.
I was more interested in the leadership aspects of FFA and learning more about the plants and in a greenhouse instead of the animal aspect. I just really like to teach others about agriculture because you'll go to a school that's in the valley or someone who's not from a farming background, and they really think that your food just comes from the grocery store, and they don't know that it actually came from a farm.
FFA really focuses on leadership, so making our members leaders, and not only in the FFA, but they can take these skills that they learn in the FFA in any aspect of their life, and I think FFA is really a big part of that. Before high school, I never would have been comfortable talking in front of people, and after being in speaking competitions and being an officer, I became really comfortable, not afraid to talk in front of people. So before I entered my ag classes in high school, I wanted to do law or politics, but then once I got to see that side of agriculture, I really saw that that's what I wanted my career to be in, and that I either wanted to actually work in the industry or teach the future of agriculture.
I think my favorite part was probably meeting new people. When I entered FFA as a freshman and I went to my first FFA event, I was really shy and I really didn't like to meet new people, but after I kind of got into the swing of things, I couldn't wait to go to my next event because I just really liked meeting new people. And some of my best friends to this day are from places that were nowhere near where I lived.
My favorite part of the FFA definitely has to be the members. I just love people and talking to people and getting to know them, and especially in the FFA because that's where people really find their passions, and seeing people happy just brings so much joy to me. So I think the people have always been my favorite part.
Mostly, so my first year in FFA, I went to Peoria Mini Camp. It's like a 24-hour camp in Peoria, and you do just different leadership workshops, and it's really fun. And one of my counselors was a state officer, and they really impacted me, and I just thought throughout high school that I wanted to impact people like they impacted me. And a lot of the state officers from the past when I was in high school really encouraged me to run, and also my advisor was a really big part of it, and she really encouraged me to do it too.
Alright, so now that you've seen where the money's going for this year's raffle, we're going to go ahead and get into the prizes. But first for that, I'm going to kind of go over the rules. So tickets are purchased from either us, and I believe the FFA will also be allowing people to purchase them. You can purchase them for 1 for $5 or 5 for $20. And once again, 100% of the proceeds will go to the FFA. So you can come in and purchase them, you can get you all set up. Basically, you'll fill it out with your name, the contact info, and then we'll put it in our bucket. And then at the end, we'll draw them from there, and then the prizes will be chosen. So this year we've changed it up a little bit. So normally we have big prizes all throughout, and then there's 1 or 2 little prizes. Well, this year we've done it in increments of 20. So the first prize will be good, and then after that we'll throw in like a complimentary prize, something along those lines. So without further ado, let's get into it and kind of go through it. So first things first, we start with the spring pistol. So this is how we're going to be doing it this year. So every 20 tickets, we'll have a spring pistol, then an additional 20 will be a CO2 pistol, and then there'll be a different prize. This one is a P99. It's our combo kit. It'll come with the TAC converter from Umarex. So this is the first big prize. And if we move, as we move along, once you get to 80 tickets, you get a spring pistol, and then once you get to 100, we will get to another CO2 pistol, and that'll continue. So we'll just go over the big prizes, and then in between you have a spring and then a CO2. So our second prize is the Echo 1 PSR. It's a bolt action sniper rifle. So that is our second big prize at 120 tickets. So as we move on, again, a spring and a CO2 every 20 tickets. And then at our 180 ticket mark, which is our third prize, we actually have 5 sets of Phoenix Suns tickets. So that's also a really cool prize that we've added this year. Jumping ahead again, another 20 tickets. We get a spring and a CO2. At the 240 mark, we have the DPMS Panther M4. This is one that they sent us. It's actually a pretty cool gun. It's a nice short M4, so great for our arena. Skipping again, same thing as before. 20 more tickets. At 260 we'll have a spring, 280 we'll have a CO2, and then at 300, so middle of the road here, we're looking for a total to sell 600 tickets. Obviously more is better, but if we get to that 600 mark, we would absolutely love that. We're throwing in our first light machine gun, which is the Stoner LMG. Pretty cool gun. Awesome, one of my favorite guns actually, so pretty cool. We're throwing this in here real early. And speaking of those tickets, this is what they are. All these gone, please, everything. We want to get rid of them all. It would be awesome. Now they're going another 20 tickets, so at 320, and you get spring pistol, 340 CO2, 360. We're taking it back to another pistol. This is the KWA Mark IV. Probably one of the best 1911s that has come out from KWA. In my opinion, probably one of the nicer 1911s overall. So awesome prize there. Going to 380, another spring pistol. Now we're at the 400 mark, another CO2 pistol. 420. This one's really cool. We're doing the VFC HK 3-round burst MP5. It is the full stock version. So if you're not familiar with this, it's a really cool gun, very, very realistic in weight, size, just great overall gun. At that 420 ticket mark. You know the routine, skip to 440, another spring, 460, another CO2, and at 480 we have the Walther PPQ limited edition Navy series. This was the discontinued model. So it does come with 2 magazines. It comes with the standard magazine and the extended. It also comes in this fancy case, which is really cool, and then you have a place for 1 more magazine. Really, really, really awesome gun. So if you're hoping to get that one, 420 tickets, that's where you're looking at. Then we go here, we're at 500 for another spring pistol, 520 for another CO2. At 540, we get to our Skorpion EVO. This is a really, really cool gun. Normally it's retail about $400, so really high price gun. Really cool, and again at 540 tickets. So if you're again looking at these prizes and be like, that's a lot of tickets, well, get your friends out there, buy some tickets. Not just you can buy as many tickets as you want, but you want to have your family, friends, and then we'll be able to get to those big prize points. Once again, jump to 560, another spring, 580, another CO2. Now at 600 tickets, that's our maximum prize category. You jump up here, you have the Echo 1 M249 light machine gun. So comes with a drum magazine, really, really cool gun. That's big gun. So in here, in the raffle, we have 2 light machine guns, which is really nice that we're actually doing that this year. So multiple guns in here, a lot of cool stuff. So last year we sold about 328 tickets. So a little bit over halfway. This year I would love to see if we could get to that 600 mark, even past that. Because once again, like I said, all the proceeds are going to be going to FFA. There was a really cool company, really working with them, and you saw in the video before what this is going to be going towards. So as always, guys, have a good day. Thanks for watching, and just remember, you want to buy a raffle ticket?